They were what, replacing the bottom half of this unit?
Yep, just the furnace part.
What happened?
To be honest, I don't come in and check anything
Okay.
specific. I just come in and replace.
So someone else told you, hey, this is broken, just need to replace it. Okay.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
Yep, absolutely.
So now it looks like we're working on an electrical part. We're rewiring something back up.
Yep, so just reconnecting the thermostat, which communicates to the board and says, hey, I need cooling, hey, I need heating. Or sometimes people just run their fan on just to have it on, circulate air throughout the house.
Right.
So essentially it's just the smart board saying, hey, give me something.
Right. Yeah, so those thermostats have a lot of the control. Just like 4 or 5 wires, if I remember correctly. That's all you need.
Oh yeah, just 4 wires.
Heating, cooling, fan, power,
Yep.
ground.
Yep, so you just need the 24 volts, which would be red, which color doesn't really matter. It's
Oh, I
just
know.
Who you are and how you do things. So the 24 red, then you need yellow for cooling, blue for common, and green for fan, and then white for heat. Now
Okay.
the blue common you don't need unless it's Wi-Fi only, so there's no batteries.
Oh my gosh. Blue is ground. Electrical engineering, black is always ground.
Yep, everything is very much backwards.
Oh, and
from what I hear.
in electric or house wiring, black
Yep.
is hot.
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense. It's like when you switch from one type of job to another, it's like, oh my gosh, if I'm using color, I'm going to kill myself.
Yep, and that's a lot of the times what mixes a lot of people up with is everyone just goes off color, which you will get yourself in a mess if you go off color only.
See, I'm lucky. I'm colorblind, so I can't use color.
You don't have
but
a
I know
choice.
I have to use a what to call a multimeter.
Yep, absolutely.
Make sure, hey, is this hot or not? Oh, mind your way.
No, you're fine. I'm just gonna put these over here.
Do you guys have any opinions on the Nest thermostat? I bought one and I love it. But I don't want to buy a shoe.
I am totally against it. I don't like it.
Okay, tell me more.
Very good thermostat when it works. We run into a lot of issues to where it drops. It's common to where it does not work.
Interesting.
It just doesn't do what it's supposed to, essentially. And then it's a smart thermostat, so all customers want all capabilities of what it is functioning for.
Mm-hmm.
And customers don't realize that they're not ready for it.
Oh, I can see that. Because
There's the Nest functionability. I mean, you could do a lot with it.
it's incredible.
You truly can.
Well, it's supposed to be a learning thermostat where you don't have to think about it. Like, just live your life and it will learn what
Yep.
to do.
Especially with, I personally like the Ecobee.
Okay.
And if you set it up the right way, they'll send you stuff in the mail saying, hey, Ecobee, their thing is like a leaf. Like, hey, this is how many leaves you've saved, and this is what your house compared to other homes in the neighborhood.
Okay, so
I mean,
I
there's
get
a
that
lot.
with my Nest too in the email.
Yeah, yep. It's the same thing.
I'm a data guy. I love data. Like, how much money did I save? You know,
No kidding.
how did June 2022 compared to June 2021?
Yep. And what can I do to fix it, or what can I do different this time? Yeah.
Ecobee. Okay, I'll definitely check out Ecobee next time.
Yeah, it's nice. Now, of course, they're all thermostats have their problems, just like cars. So it's nothing against like Nest. But if I truly had to pick any thermostat, I'm picking Honeywell all day.
Honeywell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're old school.
Yep, Honeywell T10. That's what I have in my house. Oh
Okay.
man, it is nice. I
I've
have
got to
cameras.
look at them.
I have a camera set up in my house, connecting through the thermostat.
So you have a connected house. Cameras, Ring,
Mm-hmm.
Wi-Fi, router,
Cameras outside.
cameras
Absolutely.
outside. Okay, wow.
Cameras in and out.
So you have a connected home, basically, sir.
Pretty much. Yep.
It's interesting technology.
And I promise you, it is not hard. I'm not an electric engineer type of person. Not the type to essentially walk you through it without reading direction or reading the instructions.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not hard. I mean, literally anybody can do it. That's one of my things.
You'd be surprised when you say literally anyone can do it. How many people can't still do it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, you're right.
I totally forgot about Honeywell and how dominant they used to be. So they're like making a comeback.
Oh no, they're still very much dominant.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yep.
So these are exhaust tubes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So this one's the exhaust and this one's the intake.
Ah, so you got to breathe, you got to get pressure in, and you got to get any air with gas in it out of it.
Yep.
And why would you need to get air with gas in it out away from the furnace, sir?
So you don't breathe it. Essentially, it's like
Okay, breathe it.
exhaust like your car.
Okay.
So if you, it sounds bad, but if you sit in the garage for too long with your car on, that's not good. All the bad gases and stuff you're breathing.
Like carbon monoxide.
Exactly.
And probably carbon dioxide.
I mean, I'm not an expert on that, so I'm not going to say both which one or not, but I mean, it's gas that you definitely don't want to breathe.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, you want to get it out as much as possible.
Any air and fuel that has not been burned yet also needs to be pumped out because you don't want to build up of gas. And that's why when you turn the fan on, or no, turn the unit on for the first time, that blower is going to run for what, like 2 minutes? Probably
Yeah.
it's overkill, but
Depends on the brand. Some of them run for a minute, some run for 2 minutes. Every brand's different. Depends on what their specs, what they think their specs should be. But for the most part, I mean, it's no more than 2 minutes.
yeah, it's overkill. But you know, it's software just making sure like we do not.
Yep.
'Cause
I'd
what
much
if-
rather have an overkill on that.
Yes.
Just for safety purposes.
Yes.
Than not enough eventually. So yeah.
Oh, can I see those real quick? There's usually a code thing I want to show.
Yeah,
people.
it's on one of the doors here.
Okay. So if you ever have your furnace and it stops working, one thing you can do to troubleshoot it is usually on the back of the panels. There's an LED that usually will flash on that circuit board right there, and the codes are usually. So where are the codes?
Yep, on the other door.
On this door.
In the middle.
Okay. It's kind of like Morse code.
Yep.
You just count how many times the LED flashes, and then you can look up the code. Oh, this one doesn't have 2 numbers. This is a better design. Mine flashed 2 numbers, like 1, 1.
Yeah.
Is that 2 or is that 2 ones?
So if it flashes like just like a normal heartbeat, then it's just normal operation. But if it's like a faster heartbeat, then it's trying to tell you the code, and then you count how many it is.
So this is a good furnace because they also include some of the electrical and mechanical design in the circuit boards, so that if you need to troubleshoot it yourself, you can kind of follow their own wires. And they usually have color of the wires and stuff like that too. Like this gentleman said right here, you can't just rely on color, meaning ground. If you're used to car batteries, there's red and black. You just cannot use that across the industry in electrical circuits because it's just, we engineers are terrible. There is no standard. So I apologize to him for any bad engineering decisions on this, but this gentleman is doing a fantastic job.